Today I'm going to be making a healthy wrap. I'm sure you've all tried them before. One of my favorite foods because you can literally put anything inside a wrap and it goes. Okay, so I'm going to be making a wrap today out of just a normal kind of wrap that you would find at somewhere like Woolworths, which we all love. If it's not Woolworths, it can be your healthy food store. And if you don't like wraps, or if you can't find a wrap that is specifically rye flour, potato flour, quinoa flour, and you have a wheat intolerance, you can use a lettuce leaf like that. Put all your filling in and you can roll it like that and put a toothpick in it and it'll keep it wheat free for you. So either one or the other is healthy. The first thing you've got to do is to start cooking your fries kind of product. So whether it's a strip or whether it's a schnitzel or whether it's a beef strip, chicken strip, I'm using chicken and I better turn them before they burn. Okay, so I'll just lift the pan here. As you can see, I've chucked in about 1/3 of a box of Fry's chicken strips and just put it with a little bit of olive oil just to get a nice crispy texture because we don't like food that's bland. So the minute it's got a bit of a caramel texture to it, it tastes nicer. Then I've just popped one of the wraps into a dry pan. You don't need any oil because you just want it to heat through and get a slightly brown texture to it. So we put that on the heat. You're literally putting it 1.5 minutes on the one side and then you're going to flip it over 1.5 minutes on the other just to get a nice crispy looking texture. Then you can fill your wrap with absolutely anything. So I've got some microgreens here. I've got a little bit of rockets, fresh rockets, then some baby spinach leaf, which is very tasty, and different types of lettuce. So the more variety of greens, the better, because it contains a lot of the phytochemicals. It's green leafy veggies, so it's got lots of fiber inside it. And that means that every time you make a wrap, it can be different to the time that you make it again. Okay, lots and lots of variety. Then I've got some cucumber. We all know that. So I'm going to slice up a little bit of cucumber. And the whole time eyeing out that nothing's burning on the stove, because I am not a qualified chef. Okay, I'm a fitness expert that enjoys healthy cooking. And I'm here to really show you how quick and easy this can be. Okay, taking some tomato, just one little slice. We're going to chop that into tiny little chunks. Okay, for me the smaller things are the better, so that when you bite into your wrap, it's not these huge big chunks in your mouth. See the variety of color. I've got green, I've got red. Now I'm going to take a little bit of yellow pepper, which is incredibly sweet. It's full of juice. So just slicing those into little chunks as well. Okay, let me just toss my strips. Okay, they're going nice and brown. Probably 2 more minutes and then those are ready. And then I'm going to flip my wrap over. So I literally have 1.5 minutes to finish this. Otherwise I'm not going to make my deadline. Okay, so peppers are chopped. Then you want to add something nutty to this. So I found a little packet of seeds. They come perfectly packaged in perfect portion sizes, but you can roast them on some kind of grill or even on a dry pan like the one that I'm doing the wrap. You chuck some raw unsalted nuts or seeds onto the top of a pan and they get that browny caramel color. They taste a lot nicer that way than when they're just plain. And then you can put that onto your wrap and it gives it a really nice nutty flavor, something different. Then I've got here some pepper juice. So you can use jalapenos or pepper juice just to give a nice spicy flavor to your dish. Okay, whether it's a wrap or anything. Okay, I'm going to take my strips off the heat. I'm going to take my wrap onto my plate. Turn off the temperatures here. Okay. All right, so now I've got a beautiful base to work from. We're going to add one at a time, just some of our lettuce leaves, microgreens, baby spinach, like that. A little bit of lettuce. This is your traditional lettuce, your head of lettuce. Okay. Slicing that up and just chucking that into your wrap. Okay, add a couple of peppers inside there, a couple of your tomatoes, a little bit of cucumber. Okay, some seeds. Let's just sprinkle that on top. Okay, so we've got, look at that. That's all your omegas. Very good for your hair, skin, and nails. Let's take 1 or 2 out of these, out of the jar. Let's hope they come out. Yeah. Okay, I like things hot. You might not like things hot, so you can avoid this if you don't like it. But just a little bit of pepper juice is awesome. Okay, and the product that I've decided to use for the wrap is just the Fry's chicken strips. They also get beef flavors. Okay, so either the chicken or the beef. They go really nicely inside dishes like pasta or perfect inside things like wraps. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of cheese to my dish as well. So just one little slice, just to get my dairy product into my system. Slice it and then make little tiny chunks, tiny ones. cut those up, and we're going to add them to the wrap. Okay, and then the most important ingredient is to add our protein, which is look at that, awesome fried strips. Tastes just like chicken, nice and crispy, full of protein. Okay, we're going to add that. Looks amazing, right? For a non-chef, that looks pretty good, huh? Okay, then we're going to add a sauce. So I've mixed up, this is a little bit fattening. I'm a mayonnaise fan, but you can use the light mayonnaise. You can use a little bit of sweet chili, a bit of balsamic vinegar if you don't want anything higher in fat. Or you can mix the mayonnaise with a little bit of yogurt to make it go further. And I've mixed mine with some red pepper pesto to also give it a bit more of a zing. So I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of that just onto the top of my wrap, so that it's not dry, because there's nothing worse than healthy food tasting dry. I think that's where the misconception comes, that people think healthy food tastes bland and dry, but it doesn't need to. And then just to really finish off things, we're going to add a bit of black pepper, a little bit of Himalayan rock salt, which was one of my favorite ingredients. It's a salt that's slightly pink in color, and it contains all 84 trace elements and minerals. So it's very good for those that are exercising, that don't want to get any cramps. Add a little bit of salt for flavor, wrap that over, and you're going to shove the toothpick in there like that, and look at that. Voila! Looks good, hey? Woo! From a non-chef, hey? I think I did pretty well.